This model kit review is of the Revell 1/32nd scale of the F-18 Hornet. It's a very large model, and here we can see some of the pictures of the finished model, and 52 centimeters in length. This model I bought online. As you can see, it's a very old box. It's definitely seen its day. This has already been started. Let's have a look here at the nose part of the fuselage. This shows you the size of the model. So here's our looks like our cockpit. There's some detail there, but definitely needs some additional things added on the side here to close off that space. Looks like we've got a hole missing here. That'll need to be filled and patched. Part of the fuselage has already been put together, and looks like the parts have been tried to fill them, and it's also cracked. This plastic does feel a little bit old and brittle, which is probably why it snapped. But a fair amount of surface detail. Unfortunately, this is all raised panel line edges. Here are our wheel wells, which have very sparse details. For a 1/32nd scale, you really can add a lot of details here. Our landing gear look reasonable, and not much there with our air intakes. Here's the one wing. This is the left wing, and we have our flaps and ailerons. Reasonable surface detail. Looks like this has been partially filled. It'll need some additional filler to make up the rest of that gap. And here's the other wing, and the same thing on this side. We have a bag of pieces here with some missiles. Here are our tail. These are the looks like the tail wing, or the tails, and it'll go like that. Here's the elevator, the tail wing, and those are already been filled, those joins. Let's have a look at what else we have in here. These are our decals. Really not a lot of decals for this size of model. And these are a little bit old, but still look in reasonable condition. Here's our canopy. It's definitely been scratched up and need to be sanded smooth and then buffed. Here are our exhausts. And looks like they are reasonable. Not amazing for this level of detail. Here's our engine, the rear of the engine, nose cone. And we have some missiles. Here's our ejection seat. It really is sparse on detail for 1/32nd scale. Looks like we have our nose gear, some wheels, and to go along with these wheels, we have, these are actually a real rubber, not the regular vinyl ones that we get. We have our tail hook here. These are the actuators for the flaps and elevators. These are some fuselage parts. Some of the wheel covers. Really not much detail on these. Some of the actuators, pitot tube, the other sides of the other wheels. Okay, let's have a look at our instructions here. For such a large model, it really is lacking in detail. Here's our fuselage, the front and the cockpit, which has already been started. The body has also been started. Looks like it's about this far. And we put together the air intakes, that's also been done. Then putting together the wings, and the wings on the fuselage. Then the exhaust and the tail hook, the nose gear, and the wheel covers. The other gear has been put together already. Putting the wheels and wheel oil covers on. And then lastly the tail and the weapons and canopy, the nose. Here are our painting and decal instructions. There are not many decals. I suppose you could buy another decal sheet or something to add some realism. All in all, a little disappointing for a model this big.